Hey, good morning. Why watch? Because my morning brief gives you the key market levels, institutional context, and high probability setups before you start trading. So let's take a look at news. Why do we look at news? Because these are scheduled news events that happen during the day, and you need to be aware because the market can move dramatically once these news releases are released. So what do we got today? 8:30, we had goods trades balance, which was worse than expected. So what does this number mean? Well, the goods trade balance, these are the net in and flow and outflow in the United States. And this is outflow. So that means our money is flowing out of the United States for goods and services that somebody else provided and is now giving us, we are paying for. So we have a net migration of US money flowing out of the US of 101 billion. Preliminary wholesale inventories came in at 0.3%. Any positive number is bad. That means the inventories are rising, which means nobody's buying less. They're putting more into inventory, less into selling. At 9 o'clock, we just had the housing price index come out 0.3. Again, any positive number is a good number, means that we are building houses. The S&P Case-Shiller's composite 20-year or 20 housing price index year over year at 1.6%. Again, positive number is good. At 10 a.m., we have consumer sentiment. Also at 10 a.m., the Richmond Manufacturing Index. And at 4:30 after the market closes, the API Weekly Statistical Bulletin. So there's your news, scheduled news for today. Let's take a look at charts. Daily chart here, you can see yesterday we had a big gap and crap. So we gapped up and then we came all the way back down. Today we are gapping up very, very slightly. One thing is of note here is these tail candles at the bottom here. Whenever we have a bunch of tail candles, usually that tells you that you've got price rejection off of this level. So it comes down, it rejects, comes down, it rejects, comes down, it rejects, comes down, it rejects. And whenever you have rejection, usually that indicates at least a temporary bottom. We like to see tails or wicks at the top. So you can see over here, you have a wick, a big wick that's showing you that they are rejecting price down here, and it's going to change. You'll see big wicks at bottoms and you'll see big wicks at tops. So this is sort of giving me maybe a little bit of hope we might roll back to the upside. We are still below the moving averages. Volume was slightly better than average, but again, not super great. Short term, we're definitely going down. Sideways on the medium term. Long term, we're still above the 200-day moving average down here. And so we're still bullish on the long. Looking at inventory. Inventory was positive yesterday on barely, if at all. I'm going to basically say it was very, very little price action to the upside. Maybe just very, very slightly positive. Nothing really to worry about. The one thing you can look at this, you can see this big move to the downside and buyers coming in. So a lot of buy the dip folks came in yesterday trying to save this market. We'll only know in the future if that actually was working or not. Looking at the overnight action, approximately 48 points, not much. It's pretty narrow considering what we normally have is in the 60s. Where do we have support and resistance? We've got some resistance up around 48.83, 7,500, the whole number. Maybe if we really got going, 75, 24, 25-ish. Where do we have support? We've got support around 74.14. 7,400, the round number. If we break that, 73.90. Stock Trader's Almanac for today is 47.6% chance the market will be up today. So that is negative. We actually have a 53% chance the market will be down from the Stock Trader's Almanac. Hope that you have a great day. Happy trading. And remember to subscribe and like. See you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com. Thanks.